I took that LeBron summer off. I got a longer rest.
Oh, R&R.
There you go. And you're more ready than
I'm
ever,
coming
right?
back to rest. I'm ready.
Chris, good to have you. This is exciting. And it feels like there's so much hype around this season, but we're going to jump right in to who wins it all this season. Let's go all in right away.
Never mind the 82 games.
Yes.
And I got to admit, I can't wait to hear Skip's answer if it's one of these two teams, because neither one of them's high on your list.
You can wait to hear his because you already know.
I know who Shannon's going with. Let me say this. I have battled with this decision. I've gone back and forth. I've picked one team, then switched it a few days later. I do think the Clippers should be the favorites. I think there are fewer questions with them than with the Lakers. Fewer, but not absent of questions, because everybody's looking at the Lakers and talking about health, AD and LeBron. That's a little bit of a question for the Clippers, because we know Paul George is going to miss the first 10 games, the 2 shoulder injuries, and then Kawhi, as tough and strong as he is, physically he's a bit frail. You know, so there are some questions, but the Lakers have the issue of father time. That's what the Clippers don't have. Will it hit LeBron? Has it already hit him? Will it hit him midway through the season? That's just or will it not hit him at all? So I give the Clippers that advantage. I think chemistry-wise, Kawhi and Paul George will fit better. They've shown they can play in various systems. I think they'll fit. Defensively, they're going to be tenacious. They're going to play some defense we haven't seen in a long time. They're going to be reminiscent of the Chicago Bulls with Jordan and Pippen on the wing.
And
These
Ron
two,
Harper.
Ron Harper.
Right. Yeah, right. And then and you got
Rodman.
right. And Beverly at the point of attack, Montrezl Harrell is active and tough. And then their role players know their role. Like, nobody's going to be trying to usurp the authority of Kawhi or Paul George, and you got a championship coach. So all that said, I'm still going with the Lakers. And I'm going to tell you why. Look, in Bron, I trust. I'm going. I think LeBron James, Skip, is on a mission. And I'm thinking you might pick him too. But he is on a mission. Shannon, say if I'm wrong. The look he had in preseason, I think you could argue he was more focused and engaged at times in this preseason than last year's regular season. Because I think this is the first year since they won the championship in Cleveland that he's entered the season with a chip on his shoulder. I think after they won it in 16, it was such an accomplishment. You relax a bit. And then, of course, Golden State gets KD, so then it's tougher. Last year, you were young. You knew you weren't winning it. You wanted to have a good year. Now, I think he underestimated coming to L.A.
Yeah.
Like, they would just love me because I came.
Okay.
But they're saying, no, title.
You got to win.
You got to win.
At the Lakers,
Right.
title's a bust.
And I know, look, LeBron, we know he has pride. He's not only not viewed anymore as the best player in the world, he's not even viewed as the best player in the building. And so I think he's going to come out with a vengeance. AD, and I think they're going to play well together. They have shooters, Danny Green, KCP, Avery Bradley, Quinn Cook. Their shooters are streaky. Like, Green is great. He's going to shoot 40%.
He might be the streakiest shooter in the league.
Right.
Seriously.
There's going to be nights where he can't hit
He's going to drive you crazy because he used to drive me crazy in San Antonio.
They're going to be nice. He go 0 for 6, and the next night he going to go 7 or 8.
Right. It's true. And a lot of them are like
Remember in the NBA Finals one year, he set the record for threes made in the finals. 2013.
Interesting.
The other thing is this. They are long. They are long. You're going to have JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis, LeBron, and at times Kyle Kuzma, and they're active. They're athletic. Dwight Howard, they're athletic enough to get out on the paint. So I don't think they'll be quite as good defensively as the Clippers. They won't be as tough and aggravating. But at the rim, it's going to be tough to score. They can close out on threes. So I am going with LeBron James to become the first player in history to lead 3 separate franchises to the championship.
You know what? I'm going to have to call for a mop because we got 2 people salivating so much over here. This is all going to get wet pretty soon. We're going to have to clean it off.
know,
You go ahead to audio talk.
I'm not messing with it.
I done said amen so much.
You okay?
You go ahead.
So
You go ahead.
I've told him all through the preseason, I am impressed, shockingly impressed by the Lakers because I like the roster Rob Pelinka on the fly threw together. under pressure when he got jobbed by number 2. He got left for dead by number 2 because I think there was method to all that madness where they wanted the Lakers to be desperate, where they just couldn't turn to fill out their roster. And when I look to the bottom of the roster, it's deep and talented, and there are a lot of hard-nosed defensive players on this roster that I didn't really see coming because Avery Bradley is always, he will get up in you on defense. And if he's going to be a starter, it just gives a defensive mindset that was rubbing off on LeBron through the preseason games. And I'm with you with your point. He played harder on defense in every preseason game than he played in any regular season game with those kids last year. It was embarrassing how little defense. It got to the point where Kyle Kuzma had to shove him out to a shooter to go guard a shooter because it came to that. But now this is going to be a very good defensive team, but it's up against what could be a great defensive team. And LeBron isn't just the second best player in the building if you talk about the joint tenant, because most people would view him as secondary to AD and to number 2, right? Right? So he's going to be the third best player playing in that building. Well,
You think that? You think AD?
Yeah, just because number 2 is a two-way. Oh, with AD?
With AD, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm listening to this guy. That's all he's doing.
I think AD will be the leading scorer, but I think
LeBron's
will
preached
still be
the whole
best player.
preseason, we're going to play through him. Why would we go get him if we don't play through him?
Usually that pick and roll.
Okay. And who's the better two-way player? Who plays defense and offense?
doubt
Well, it's
AD.
not even close. So LeBron's got a lot to prove. So the reason I am picking the Clippers over the Sixers in the finals is because of Doc Rivers. I said earlier, I'll say it again. I like him more than I like Greg Popovich. And I believe he's been unsung because he won the championship in Boston, but now they have a roster that he can coach. And they're going to respond to him, I think, better than the Lakers will respond to Frank Vogel. That's an X factor and maybe an Achilles heel, is that Vogel's surrounded by ex-head coaches and star power, Jason Kidd, Lionel Hollins on the bench. And it's going to be hard because I think LeBron will want coaching from the assistants more than from the head coach. And I think it will be ongoing drama king soap opera. Want to bet?
That could derail him.
Okay.
There shouldn't be any drama.
Well, I mean, that would be the Lakers' fault, because why would you put those two kind of quality head coaches on the bench as his top assistants? Come on. Nobody else does that.
Nobody does that because they're not sure about Frank Vogel.
Right.
And I'm not sure Frank Vogel's sure about Frank Vogel at this point.
And I think he's a good coach. though.
Okay. Well, he got Indiana to 2 conference finals and ran into, obviously, LeBron
Should have had Ty
and Dwayne
Lue.
Wade. Ty Lue would have worked. It would have been great.
But they
Great
didn't want to
fit.
give us our money.
Okay. Where's Ty Lue now? Help me out.
Clippers.
Oh, he's with the Clippers.
Weird.
Very
That is an
interesting.
interesting dynamic.
And I'm with you, Chris. I think the chemistry and the unity will be much better in Clipper land than in Laker land, because that team fits together. And that team is deep also. And when you can bring Sweet Lou and Montrez off the bench and Mo Harkless, listen, it's loaded.
They are.
Now, again, if they're healthy, and I don't know how much load management they're going to need, but your guy and AD need load management because, listen, AD has been brittle all through New Orleans. He's had this little injury and that little injury, and I won't list the
And
the
Kawhi
litany.
gonna lead no load management.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not like
There you
Kawhi
go.
played 82.
Okay. All right. So, what team do I think will have the most wins in the West and it won't even be close? I think the Houston Rockets will.
Really?
Yeah, I love the Houston Rockets because I think James and Russ know they need each other at this stage and age of their career.
Wouldn't you say
James Harden.
First of
will
all,
average 40.
James Harden has been, that dude is insane. Like
He gonna average 40.
Okay.
But here's the problem. He's playing like Russ is a role player. He's playing like Russ is Gerald Green.
But Russ seems like he's going to be second fit, like he's accepted second fit.
Easier
Russ seems
said
like
than
he
done.
got no choice.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I don't see. I'm with you, and I think I know they're great friends.
They are.
and I think they both want this to work. I don't care if you're the nicest guy in the world. It's not like Russ is old and past his time. I just think if James is averaging 34 or whatever, and Russ is averaging 19 or 20, and they're averaging the same amount of assists, I just think after a while that is going to wear on Russ. I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I just think human nature.
I don't think he can average 19. If James
You don't
Harden,
think he could even average 19?
no, because James Harden, the way James Harden is, look like James Harden's trying to average 40. You see the way he's going at the free season.
I just think he wanted to send a message. This is still my team and my house,
Yeah.
and this is my basketball.
But is that the message you want sent?
Okay.
Don't you think it should have been, it's
Russ, you
me
go
and
ahead.
you? It's me and Russ?
I think they made a deal that we need each other. We will sacrifice for each other. And when push comes to shove in fourth quarters, I will bet you Russ will be right in the middle of it. And again, you want to talk about guts? He's got big guts, man.
Oh, I agree with that.
I mean, yeah, he say, yeah, we're going to both sacrifice, but I need you to sacrifice more than me. I'm going to sacrifice, but you sacrifice more.
Okay?
I think Denver will have the most wins.
Do you? Okay, I'm going with Houston, and that means I got Houston and the Clippers in the conference finals, not the Lakers.
To face, I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes. I just make my case. Drop spike when I'm done. What more can I say? Not bite to my tongue. I don't like the taste. I'm on and I'm on and I own my opponent. I'm always in the zone, either zoned out of zone, and then we could get it poppin'. Pick the topic if you want to skip and shining, skip and hopping. Took these sports and made them profit. All right, undisputed.
Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Good morning.
Good morning, Jenny.